24 hours on, at daybreak, Luke Philby is coming to terms with his uncle Dezi Freeman's death.
You know, it's a shock, but it's a relief as well for me. It's just, you know, I know now, you know, it's like the family knows.
For the last 7 months, Australia's most wanted fugitive was a ghost. On the run, evading capture from the biggest manhunt in recent history, Freeman's death raises mixed emotions for his estranged family, including Luke's mother, who is Dezi's sister. How is your mother taking this news?
Oh yeah, pretty terrible, yeah. She's really upset, yeah.
The search reached its climax on Monday after a tip-off led police to a property on the New South Wales-Victoria border at Thalogolong, more than an hour away from where he was last seen alive. Dezi Freeman's final hours were spent holed up in this shipping container in a standoff with specialist police. Neil Sutherland lives nearby. His brother Richard owns the isolated property.
I was woken up about 5 in the morning with the helicopter doing circle work, and I got up then and wondering what was going on, and I heard the police siren and a woman's voice with a loudspeaker, and I could only make 2 words out, which was come out.
After 3 hours, at 8:30 in the morning, police forced Freeman out.
Well, he was given every opportunity to give himself up peacefully and safely. On numerous occasions, dialogue held with him. He didn't take that, so we deployed other tactics, which we won't go into. And instead of coming out and surrendering, he came out with a firearm, at least presented it at our people.
When Freeman emerged, draped in a blanket, police say he was armed with a handgun before snipers opened fire. His body is now in the process of being formally identified. This individual was on the run for almost 7 months. What condition was he in?
Very hard to tell, so if you're talking psychologically or if you're talking physically, there was nothing in his demeanour that would suggest he was any different to the day that this occurred. His appearance is altered slightly.
In what way?
Look, probably not helpful to get into detail, but his hair was a little bit longer and he had a beard.
Was your brother aware that Dezi Freeman was on his property?
No, absolutely not. No, that he was more shocked about that. But yeah, there seems to be more questions than answers, really, about how it all came about.
When someone told you it was Dezi Freeman at this property they had shot, what did you think?
I thought, well, it was a bit of a shock because I really thought Dezi would have been decomposing up in the Alps somewhere, because I thought, you know, we'd heard the last of Dezi.
If you see the sign there that says police declared war on Australians, both us and a hell of a lot of other people now feel the same way.
These are the anti-authority ramblings of a self-described sovereign citizen.
I mean, the way he isolated himself, but I mean, he isolated himself, but he was still very group-orientated and outspoken and, you know, kind of more of a leader, so it's very kind of a conflicting kind of a thought.
In August, police arrived at a property in Pawnpunka to issue Freeman with an arrest warrant. He shot and killed police officers Neil Thompson and Vadim Devorthogar and injured a third officer. How did your uncle feel about police?
Oh, he was petrified of them, yeah. He had this absolute fear of them. He always had a hatred for police, you know, and always had this fear.
Dezi Freeman was last seen running into the bushland in the Mount Buffalo National Park, and despite an unprecedented search and receiving more than 2,000 pieces of information from the public, Victoria Police had found no proof of life of Dezi until this past week. At the centre of this investigation now is how Dezi Freeman came to be here at this property this week from Porepunkah, which is more than 100 kilometres away where the shooting last August occurred, and crucially, whether or not he was assisted by anyone.
We're very keen to find out, identify everyone that's assisted the deceased to get from Porepunkah to where they are. We have no sympathy or empathy for anyone who's harboured a police killer inside the state of Victoria.
Are police treating your brother as a suspect?
Well, not as far as I know. Well, we all sort of expect to be interviewed at some stage, but like I'd guarantee that Rick didn't have any knowledge of the murderous fella that was there.
Do you know how and when Dezi Freeman left the Porepunkah area?
At this moment, I do not know the exact details around that. We're very keen to establish that, very keen to establish who, if anyone, may have assisted him to leave that area. And those people will be held to account.
You were tight-lipped about this morning. Are you in a position to reveal your theory about how he left the Porepunkah area?
No.
Why
No.
not?
And well, at the moment, I don't talk in theories. We follow the evidence. The evidence is really important. Facts are really important.
Police have revealed their theories, though, throughout this investigation. So are you able to reveal that theory?
Well, I don't have a theory.
Police revealed in February during another search of Mount Buffalo National Park they were working off a theory. Freeman was already dead. Yesterday's extraordinary turn of events provided a different conclusion to a dark story in Victoria's high country.
He couldn't appreciate the things that he could have loved and good at, like even his family. And, you know, just like fighting the government and all these conspiracy things became more important. And, you know, you ended up just losing the real values of life, basically, you know, over paranoia and fear and just that ridiculous, extremist, radicalized.
Now it's come to an end.
Yes, it's come to an end.